So what we're going to do is we're going to go through each tables just to kind of see what you have come up with and show us all what great artists you are. So if you want to choose one person from your group to be like a spokesperson, that would be great. And we'll start with this table in the back here.
Okay. So we have a picture here of yelling. We have a person here and down here, so we have broken relationships. A door to signify retreat. A broken heart for inner conflict. Pointing, taking it out on others. We have a clock bomb there for a ticking time bomb. And we have folded arms for being closed off. Little waves there for a ripple effect. And Charlie Brown face for stress. That's it.
Okay, we went with the landscape sort of portrait style, but so the first one over here is footsteps representing just sort of stepping back, walking away from time to time when you need a little bit of space. This one here is butting heads. This one here is basically letting things get overheated. They're steaming, they're smoking in the head. Being too hot. I don't remember what the zigzag was for.
Going in 2 different directions.
Going 2 different directions. Okay. This is sort of a miscommunication. One person's saying something and that person's not accepting it. Up here we have
Worst case scenario of judge and lawyers.
Oh, okay. All right. Down here we have another example of people kind of arguing and miscommunicating. Here we have when 2 people see the same thing, but they have a different perspective on it. So one person sees it's a flower. Somebody sees it's wilting. Other people see it's a cactus or whatever. And that's just an angry person. This last one's sort of when people have a different idea of what direction to go. So that can sort of cause conflict as well if you have different plans for something.
What's the dog?
That is a donkey, actually. I'm making fun of it, all right. But stubborn.
First of all, 2 for landscape, so good job, guys. And we're apparently the slow table because we didn't do as many pictures as we did words. Let's start in the bottom corner. We have the obvious, someone strangling someone else. But then we had some words. We have silence. So again, people, not talking. So you got 2 sides that refuse to discuss something. We had worship wars or old versus new, so contemporary versus traditional, obviously one more church-related. Words that came to mind: misunderstanding, arguments, territory. And territory can be work-related, it can be church-related, it can be, wars, that type of thing. Down at the bottom we have a mountain with 2 people on opposite sides, and maybe one person trying to climb to the top and meet, but the other person being more stubborn. We have walls, and then I just got to see, sorry Charles, I got to see if I can read yours here. Anger, frustration, lack of understanding, raised voices, poor communication, and feeling threatened. And that kind of goes along with territory, I think, too. That's why people don't want to budge from territory, because they feel threatened. So. And our word conflict even had a little sad face in it. So.
We really only had Daryl and Ryan who were willing to draw, and the rest of us were writing words. We kind of wrote words, and then you guys kind of put it into pictures. Started off with sort of this picture of avoidance. There's no problem, people just running the other direction. We've got a conflicted brain up here. We've got a picture of an energy sucker, how conflict can just really suck so much energy. A picture here of sometimes when you've got a conflict, it can get bigger and bigger and it builds and builds over time, and sometimes it can even happen that one person builds it, like you can step, you're in your head and you're making it bigger and bigger, and the other person can be down here too, not even realizing that you're up there with the conflict. Yeah, and then we just have some other words about avoiding and running away and who's right and wrong, reading into things, fighting it out, smoothing it over, making up your own situations in your mind again, that's youth perspective. We talked about how sometimes for guys it's yelling or just having it out with them, and for women it can be the turning around, not speaking to the actual person but maybe other women.
That never happened.
That's
landscape. A few words here: confusion, trading hope for fear. I'm assuming that's kind of what it means. Johnny sort of put hope aside for fear. A couple of people looking away from each other and not talking. Nice little picture of a church in the corner here. We'll leave that one alone. Enough said. A picture of a person with their ears crossed out, I mean not listening. We have some tin cans with a line between them that's broken, which means broken communication. Some rams butting heads, a picture of an angry face. Also to a scale that's out of balance, where there's more to one side than the other. Or the benefit of doubt or grace going out the door. On the side here we've got a picture of a family where conflict can often happen, of money, which causes conflict. The back and forth, arrows going in different directions. The upside down picture here is an electric guitar versus an organ. That sort of shows that contemporary versus traditional music. So those are some sources of conflict.
Notice that a lot of people are using things that conflict, like the result of conflict, and I think that there's a nice little flow of not showing God's love, just ramming on and blah, 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 and just not making any sense, and me first, wanting to be first for everything. Money brings up conflict, siblings, not listening, violence, misunderstandings, and butting heads and then separation. And this was for division line, was it not? Yeah, so people being separated, right? Like you can't get along, so you might as well just join on different teams. So you got the good and the bad, or the good and the good, whatever it may be. So, and swear words. So sometimes there are other results that are more verbal or physical as well.
So it's kind of upside down, but no talking, no communication. There's an ear here with a slash through it, showing that we're not good at listening. In a case of conflict, somebody's walking the other direction, and then sometimes the person has got a question mark, what did I do? What did I say, right? A broken heart, road rage. Just that, wanting to fight almost, right? The feeling of, you're just feeling very aggressive. Here, just sort of miscommunication and really angry words. And I think that's it. Oh, and here, again, just one person's talking, the other person's talking, they're just not really hearing each other.